So, last topic. What was the last topic? 15 clause 6. Oh, Article 15 is done, right? Great. So, now Article 16. So, Article 16 is your reservation in public employment article. That's the one which causes a lot of confusion, commotion amongst people. The real heart-burning article for you, especially right now. The reservation in public employment. So again, we'll start on this point only, that reservation is not your fundamental right. I hope you are aware. Supreme Court judgment is there on this, Mukesh Kumar, that the right is non-discrimination. Okay? The state will not discriminate against citizens in matters of public employment. And the ground will be the same 5 grounds RRCSP, 2 extra grounds. So, Article 16 says that there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens. Remember, 5 articles meant only for citizens, 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. This is one more article. So, it says there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to employment or appointment to any office under the state. And second one is no discrimination in matters of employment or office under the state on the grounds only of 5 grounds. The ones from yesterday: religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, RRCSP, 2 more grounds: descent and residence. That is why we say that when it comes to the, I think you would be aware also of this point, that in your college admissions, quotas are based on states. Rajasthan 5 seats, at least in the IIT and IITs and all, Rajasthan 5 seats, UP 10 seats, Andhra 8 seats, something like this, right? Because under Article 15, the discrimination on the grounds of residence is allowed, but not under Article 16, not in government jobs, okay? And also, if let's say somebody wants to have some kind of discrimination, then based on residence, that is possible only by Parliament. Clause 3. Parliament can make provisions for reservation based on residence. Are you clear? Like it is there for Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. There is an article called 371D, which says that Andhra and Telangana can have residence-based reservation. People living in this state can have the reservation in government jobs. Or those from Karnataka would know that in the northeastern part of Karnataka, Kalyan, Karnataka, there also you have reservation in government jobs. For people of that particular area, those districts have reservation. Otherwise, residence-based reservation is not allowed in the country by the state governments. It can be done only by Parliament. Are they clear? We have seen cases, lot of cases like this, where the state governments come up with some reservation in private sector, like say in Karnataka, in Haryana, Gujarat, etc. All those reservations are always cancelled by Supreme Court. Okay, please remember, there is judgment not important for prelims, but still there is a Pradeep Jain judgment of 1984, which clearly says that residence-based reservation is violative of Constitution. Clear? Just mention there somewhere, residence-based reservation not allowed. Okay, so this is not allowed. Clear? Should we proceed now? Though again not important for your prelims exam, but states do make reservation based for their locals. How? If you cannot give reservation based on residence and you want to help your local people because you have to win elections, what do? Language. Working proficiency in Tamil. Now, who will have this? People from Tamil Nadu, why would a Bengali learn Tamil? Working proficiency in Gujarati. Why would somebody from Nagaland learn Gujarati? So this is a very unique way in which reservation can be given. Okay?
What about the reasons behind the Haryana government came up with the reservation policy?
Politics. Election.
No politics, but what ground? Means language or...
No ground. Reservation for locals, directly. State governments also know it will be cancelled. People don't know this. On the ground, nobody is attending coaching institute. So people feel this politician has promised reservation of 75% in government, in private sector jobs. It will happen. Let's vote for them. Simple. Vote comes. You win the election. Now, somebody challenges in the Supreme Court or High Court. After 5 years, judgment comes. No problem. But you have won the election, right? The point is winning election. The point is not getting jobs. You make a promise, the court cancels it. You can go to people and say, see, I fulfilled my promise. The court has cancelled it.
It seems that justice delay, justice denied.
Yes. That is how it is. Right from childhood days, we have been hearing this slogan, justice delayed is. Clear on this? Okay. This is the provision. I think you're all aware of all these things because this was meant to be a crash revision course. So that is the article for reservation 16.4. This article was not added later on. It was there originally right from the advent of this constitution. Why I am mentioning this specially is because if you look at the education reservation, it was not there initially. It was added later on. 15.4, 15.5, 15.6. Yes or no? When was 15.4 added? When was reservation education brought for the first time? First Amendment Act. Reservation in education was brought for the first time through the First Amendment Act 1951. Champakam Durai Rajan. Okay. And here also, look at the article. It says state can make reservations in favor of what? Backward classes. No definition. Backward classes if they are not adequately represented in the government jobs. If in the opinion of the state they are not adequately represented. Okay. And this is the category of reservation. SCs, STs, SCBCs, which you refer to as the OBCs in general, EWS and PWDs. Okay. Do we have a blank space there? Okay. So do one thing. You can use the space at the back also. Last page. What I want you to do is just follow. Scheduled caste people are religion-based people. Okay. A Christian cannot be an SC. A Muslim cannot be an SC. A Jain cannot be an SC. Okay. You can be a scheduled caste person only if you belong to Hinduism, Sikhism or Buddhism. That's it. Please remember this point. Okay. Okay. There is only one list for scheduled caste people given by center. SC population or SC category can vary from state to state. Okay. But the list is given by center only. List by president, and any modification is done by Parliament. Clear? And Article 341 is for SCs. The important point is that there is a list called Constitution SC Order of 1950 arranging all the SC population state-wise. Okay. So, this is the list. Constitution SC Order 1950. Scheduled tribe. Scheduled tribe is a religion neutral term. Okay. Christians can be scheduled tribes. Muslims can be scheduled tribes. No problem. That is why, Christian missionaries convert tribal people. You can't convert an SC person. That's a problem. Because if an SC person leaves Hindu fold and goes to Christianity, they lose the benefit of SC. Clear? That is why Ambedkar ji moved out of Hindu fold but did not leave the SC fold. He converted to Buddhism, his own unique Buddhism, that is different. He rejected Lord Buddha also, but he did not leave this fold. Because if you leave this fold of any of these religions, you lose the benefit of a scheduled caste person. Are you clear? But that's not the case for STs and OBCs. Those two are religion neutral terms. Anybody can be an ST. Anybody can be an OBC. It is not based on religion. Clear? Same thing. List by the president and modification is by the parliament. Of course, article is different, 342, and constitution ST order of 1950. Clear? Then comes the SEBC. So for SEBC, the good thing about SEBC is that you can have two separate lists, and they have it actually. States have their own list, center has its own list. It is not the case for these people. Small difference. This is the list of all the SEs. The list is state-wise, but it is not that states create their own separate list. List is common. Here, separate lists for center and states. Okay. Article is 342 capital A, and this article was added through the 102nd Amendment Act 2018. Just mention that point also. Separate list. Done? Should we proceed now? Okay. That's about it. Brief idea on this is sufficient, at least for your prelims. Now one more thing. I hope you're aware of the very famous Indira Sahni judgment. Indira Sahni judgment on the Mandal case. Both. It accepted the reservation policy of OBCs. From 1992 it was launched, and that policy was accepted. And when it comes to OBCs, the reservation is 27%. And in the Indira Sahni judgment, Supreme Court did give some criteria or categorization. And what was the categorization or the criteria? Supreme Court has said that reservation is subject to judicial review. Reservation should not cross 50%. If it crosses 51, there is a misconception here. We have heard of this blanket statement that reservation should not cross 50%. This is wrong actually. This is an old judgment. Bharat Shah case of 1963. In 1992, in the Indira Sahni case, Supreme Court said reservation should not cross 50%. If it crosses 50%, we will review it. There is a difference. Okay? That is why when the EWS reservation took place, so what is the situation right now? 15%, 7.5%, 27%. This becomes 49.5%. Ignore this. This is not a part of 50% category. Court has said this. This is 4%. But this is not added. 49.5%. The moment you give this reservation, it becomes more than 50%. That is why when this Amendment Act was passed, it was challenged in the court. And the court upheld it in 2022. And only then was this allowed to continue. Are they clear? Which Amendment Act gave this reservation? One not? 103. Which year? 2019. Okay, great. We saw that yesterday. One more thing. When it comes to reservation for SCs and STs, the constitution is very clear. Under Article 335, it says that the claims of SC and ST people will be taken into consideration, definitely. But it should not violate the administrative efficiency. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? You hire people, you give them reservation, it should not compromise with the quality of administration. Don't hire any random person just because you want to give reservation. So let's read the provision also. Please read. The claims of members of SCs and STs, the claims of members of SCs and STs shall be taken into consideration consistently with the maintenance of efficiency of administration in making of appointments to services and posts in connection with the affairs of union or state. Can you see the phrase? Maintenance of efficiency of administration. Now, what is the meaning of efficiency of administration? How to check that? There is no definition of it. So, the problem is that this phrase is not defined also. But still, in the Indira Sani judgment, court laid stress on this, that give reservation, but it should not compromise with the efficiency of administration. But what did the parliament do? Parliament said, to hell with all this nonsense. We will compromise. Our target is to give reservation. Look at the entire paragraph, the proviso below. Provided that nothing in this article shall prevent the state from doing what? From making any provision in the favor of SCs or STs for, underline, relaxation in qualifying marks, lowering the standards of evaluation. This means you have the different cutoff, right? That is allowed. You can see now the justification also. Parliament has modified this, and this has come through an amendment. This is the article originally. The entire proviso is added through 82nd Amendment Act of the year 2000. Okay. So the article said we will have we'll focus on administrative efficiency. The parliament said, wait, we'll have to give reservation. For that, even if you have to compromise on the marks, etc., we'll do it. Different cutoff marks.
So it could be reviewed in court. It could be reviewed in court.
Yes. But the court has accepted all this, no problem. It was challenged, petition dismissed. Clear? Okay.